FM.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And it is a Tuesday morning. Our conversation with students from Purchase Line, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How are you all?
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful. So who's going to appoint themselves spokesman to tell me the whens and the wheres? Who wants to do that? Step up. You're next to the microphone. Good morning.
Okay. Hi. So basically, we're performing Acts of Murder on Thursday and Saturday. And on Thursday, we're doing a dinner theater. So that starts at 6, and you have to buy those tickets ahead of time in the office for $15. And then if you just want tickets to the auditorium show, you have to buy those for $5 at the door both days.
Acts of Murder is spelled A-X, I understand?
Yes, yeah.
All right, a little play on words there. And, of course, we understand why it's Thursday and Saturday and not Friday and Saturday, because something else going on in the school district on Friday. What is that? I can't quite recall.
The district championship.
Oh, yeah, the district football championship. That'll be happening on Friday. So was the plan always to do it this way, or was Friday originally a part of the plan?
No, the plan was always to do it like this
Yeah.
because we have a lot of people involved in the band too. So we would have had a parade on Friday, but we're going to the football game to support the teams.
Well, let's meet all of you, and since you're there, you can tell us who you are and what role you play.
My name is Emma Spencer. I'm a senior, and I play Bonnie Bagwell.
And Bonnie is
She's
what to the story?
She's the play director. So,
She's the play director.
Yeah, we're basically, the play is about us putting on a play. So I'm the director of the play.
Oh, I understand. I understand. Come on up. And you can use both microphones.
I'm Quentin Brooks. I'm a senior, and I'm Sergeant Mike. I'm the cop that investigates everything happening.
Yeah, and you're going to be involved in the game on Friday as
Yes.
well, in a little way.
Yep.
I'm Rachel Zarenko, and I play Lucille Bedoz, and I'm an actor.
You're an actor in the play, huh?
Yes.
You're an actor in the play acting.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, I'm Ella Scott. I'm a junior, and I play Delia, and I'm also an actor in the play.
I'm Ava Spencer. I'm a sophomore, and I play Phaedra Parks, who also is an actress in the play.
Hi, I'm Jacob Kaufman. I'm a sophomore, and I play the role of Colin Chambers. I'm a playwriter, so I write plays.
So you wrote Acts of Murder, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I'm assuming that as you're rehearsing for this play, that all of a sudden, this is a mystery, so I can't give anything away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, come on up here and let's talk about it. Anybody can come on up, and we can talk a little bit about it. Can somebody give me a thumbnail? What actually happens in this play, without giving anything away?
Basically, Colin brings a bunch of different scripts to the theater for the actors and the directors to kind of look through. And he tells them that one of the scripts is haunted. And at first they don't believe him, but after people who either work in the theater or are there read the scripts, they die.
Bad things happen.
Yes.
If you read one of these particular scripts, and have we figured out which script this is?
It's the script of Acts of Murder.
Because I'm thinking that's not a play I want to be in.
Probably not.
Are you having fun with it?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's having fun?
Yeah, it's a really great experience to be able to act with all your friends.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. How big is the cast? I'm assuming you're not the entire cast, right?
About 25, 26 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big. And who directs?
Miss Lombardo.
Who is right over there to our left. Get on over here. You have to describe working with these young thespians and how much fun. I'm sure you're having fun with it, but it's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is. It's really a lot of work. But I am thankful enough to have a bunch of great kids that are very dedicated, and I have a lot of kids that have done this a long time. So I'm rather new to this. This is only my third play that I've directed at Purchase Line. So we kind of learn from each other, and some days are better than others, but they're making it happen, and we're really excited, and I really hope that everybody can come out and see the play.
Yeah, well, one of the great things about it is when they get involved in things like this, you get a mix of people who have done it before. Raise your hands. How many of you have been in plays before? You've all been in plays before, all right? But you also mix in younger folks who've never done this before.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We have about 5 or 6 7th graders this year that they've never done a play before. So that's always fun, letting them find their voices and kind of find their way. So that's always, it can be frustrating, but fun all the same.
Yeah.
But we've had a really good season so far. And I know that it's really hard to say, like, we're all ready for it to be over, but we're not.
Oh,
you know,
no.
we're just ready to see
Yeah.
it in live and be what we know it can be.
Is
So,
this present day or is it set in another
It's present
era?
day,
It's
yeah.
present day. Yeah. Oh, terrific. Sounds like a lot of fun. And if anybody wants to tell stories about one of their other cast members, now's the time. No, I'm just kidding. But the experience itself, somebody can come up and just talk about what the experience has been like for you. Who's a senior in this group? We've got 2 seniors. All right, 2 seniors, come on forward here, and let's talk about how many plays you have done before at Purchase Line or with other organizations. Have you done others?
No, I've only done plays through Purchase Line. I've been in the fall plays since I was in 7th grade, so this is my 6th production for the plays, yeah.
Wow.
And I do the musicals too, and it's just really great, like, as I grew up as an actor, to watch all my friends do the same. It's really cool.
So you think back to when you were in 7th grade and
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah,
and-
I started in a full body hazmat suit, and I had like 2 lines, and I'm one of the leads, which is really cool. So
yeah, a lot of fun too, huh?
Yeah.
Down through the years. What about you, Quinn?
I've been doing plays since 8th grade. I missed the 7th grade play because I went on vacation that week, so wasn't able to do it. But I do the musicals as well. I really enjoy seeing everybody else get into character as well as myself. 'Cause it's more fun, and I love the play because it's comedy, and I think of myself as a funny person. So I like hearing the audience laugh. I think it's awesome. Just know they're enjoying it while we're enjoying putting it on for them. So
They're going to get a few laughs out of this too.
yeah,
huh?
it's a good one.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Terrific. Well, I'm glad for that, and it sounds like you're all having a bunch of fun. Now, tell me about working with this director here.
she's a lot of fun. I really enjoy all the plays she picks, and she just casts it so well every time. So, yeah.
Let's get a couple of our younger actors to come up forward as well. I know we've got a sophomore, and
I'm a junior.
you're a junior,
I'm also a junior.
and you're a junior. So the junior class, but I imagine you've been doing this for quite some time too, right?
Yeah, I've been doing it since 7th grade as well.
Is this play different from others that you've done?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's kind of different doing it as a group of actors acting. I don't know how to describe it.
Group of actors acting like actors.
Yeah.
It gets pretty confusing sometimes,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
And does one of the characters actually get murdered in the course of this big play that you're doing?
Yes.
Or should we not tell people? Because it looks like
Imagination.
you don't want to give anything away.
Use your imagination.
Okay. Gotcha. And the axe, I guess, is a big part of this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrific. There are twists and turns. Well, that's good. That's fabulous. You're enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. And you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. All right. Let's get our. You're both sophomores, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're both sophomores. So, as the author of the play within a play, when you got a chance to do this, what were you thinking?
Honestly, I have no idea. Like, every single play, I just go in and just do the same thing I do every year. So I really don't know.
So the role finally fit you, did it?
Yeah.
Well, terrific, and you're having a lot of fun with this because it seems like the others are the actors and you're the playwright, and so they're kind of looking at you with suspicion once in a while. No?
Yeah, at times.
yeah.
But then there's also other times where they lead off of me, and
Yeah, we're trying our hardest not to give things away here. What about your character? What happens with her?
My character is just like a really snobby actress. she's very stuck up, and she's very accusatory of all of the other people she performs with.
Well, we're saying you're playing against type then. How's that? Yeah. Well, it sounds like a great time. And again, if you want to come forward and give me the hours and everything.
Yeah, so the first performance is on Thursday, and we're reintroducing our dinner theater portion. So at 6 o'clock, if you pre-purchase tickets in the office for $15, you'll get a dinner. And then if you just want auditorium seats for that day, you can buy tickets for $5 at the door on Thursday. and it starts at 7. And then on Saturday, the production starts at 7, and tickets are only sold at the door for $5.
So for dinner theater, how does that work at Purchase Line? What
So
happens?
basically, you come in at 6, you sit down, and the cast actually serves you while they're still in character. And then we'll actually begin the show in the cafeteria, and then we'll move everybody to the auditorium. For the rest.
Okay. I was wondering how logistically you
Yeah.
set up. So it's actually dinner in the cafeteria,
Yes,
and
yeah.
then the show continues in the auditorium.
We do the first couple pages in the cafeteria, and then within the program, I think we were going to give a little synopsis of what was missed, because it's not very much.
Well, it sounds like a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
It really does. Hey, thanks all for coming in to visit with us today. I appreciate that so much. It's good to see the Purchase Line folks every once in a while. We only generally get to do it by phone, but I'm glad that you're able to come in and visit with us. Good luck on Friday in the football game, too, as you look for a District 6 championship. Haven't won one of those in quite a while at Purchase Line. Now's the chance, huh? All right. Well, thanks all. Have a safe trip back. Make her stop and get you donuts or something, or McDonald's, or wherever you're going to make her take you, because I know that you're not going to escape town without something to eat. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. We're about 4.5 minutes away from the top of the hour. Fox News comes your way then, and then we follow that with a brief look at news from the WCCS newsroom with Josh. AccuWeather says we've got a gorgeous week ahead of us this morning. We've got sunny skies and 52 degrees, clear tonight down to 28, partly sunny tomorrow and 64, and then Thursday, sunshine and 65. Friday, when you're looking for the District 6 championship game, you might want to take your umbrella with you. Cloudy, periods of afternoon rain, and a high of 64 degrees. Sunshine is back for the weekend. We're in the mid-40s, but partly sunny Saturday, mostly sunny Sunday. Right now in Indiana, temperature, I believe that Jake said it was up past 40. Let's check. Mr. Computer is misbehaving here this morning, but I'm going to say it's 41. We're guessing. Anybody have a guess? Nothing. Nothing from the Purchase Line contingent. They don't care. 44 degrees. There you go. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS. Weight management can be very hard, even for those whose health is in jeopardy because of their weight. Dr. Brian Walkowski of the Weight Management and Bariatric Surgery Institute at the Indiana Regional Medical Center says the benefits of weight loss surgery to your health and lifestyle are immeasurable.
You see a transformation in that patient to where they're able to do activities that they maybe have never been able to do, whether that's going on a bike ride or even just playing with children or grandkids that their weight has precluded them from doing so in the past. It's just very rewarding that these patients have had their life back.
You are invited to Right Time, a free weight loss surgery seminar with Dr. Walkowski on Wednesday, December 13th at 6 p.m. at the S&T Wellness Center at 2010 Shelley Drive in Indiana. To register, visit irmc.org/calendar and click on Right Time, Weight Loss Surgery Seminar.
You're always on time, a hard worker, but you're not getting paid enough where you work now. Get a better paycheck, along with medical, dental, vision, 401k match, paid time off, and more great benefits at International Conveyor and Rubber, ICR. Why ICR? Because you're the type that finds purpose and meaning through hard work. You finish when others quit. ICR has job openings right now in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio for conveyor belt technicians, shop laborers, scraper technicians, and more. With training, you can move up the ladder to an even better paying job. Here's how you get started. Get on your computer and apply on Indeed.com. Once there, just search for International Conveyor and Rubber to see our job postings. Applicants must have a valid driver's license and be able to pass a criminal background check, drug and alcohol screens. Get paid what you're worth at International Conveyor and Rubber.
Hello, this is John Lefdahl speaking on behalf of the John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home. As director of the John A. Lefdahl Funeral Home, I believe it is important to provide our families with total care. That is why we offer full funeral service, which includes visitation, cremation, pre-planning, monument sales, and pet cremation. During a time of loss with increased stress, it is important to be able to take care of all your funeral needs through one location. It is our trust and devotion to our families that make a difference. Whether it's our services or products, or our one-of-a-kind funeral chapel, we provide all of the above services for you. We offer straightforward, kind, professional caring service. These are just many of the reasons why so many families choose the John A. Lefthal Funeral Home. The John A. Lefthal Funeral Home, providing our families with dignity, compassion, and excellence for 23 years. Voted Best Funeral Home in Indiana County. Visit our website at leftallfuneralhome.com.
Looking for a delicious and nutritious way to start your day? Look no further than milk. Packed with calcium, vitamin D, and other important nutrients, milk helps you build strong bones and stay energized throughout the day. It's the perfect choice for your morning routine. So why wait? Brought to you by the Allied Milk Producers.
Travel our Milky Way. Allied Milk Producers.
101.1 FM and AM 1160 WCCS, Homer City, Chambersville.
WCCS.
A rally on Wall Street. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News. The Dow is up 462 points to start the day after a report that inflation is cooling off. Fox's Janika Sola.
The Consumer Price Index was unchanged in October. For the year ending in October, the increase was 3.2%, down from September's reading. Economists were expecting inflation to moderate as Americans paid less for gasoline last month, though the numbers show more improvement than forecast.
Core inflation, excluding food and energy, which go up and down for a number of reasons unrelated to the overall economy, also comes in lower than expected, 4% year over year. The Federal Reserve's target for inflation is 2%. A vote scheduled today on House Speaker Mike Johnson's plan to avoid a partial government shutdown Saturday by extending federal funding through mid-January for some agencies, early February for others. Some other Republicans, though, insist on spending cuts. Speaker Johnson tells Fox he thinks the bill will pass. There's disagreement within the Biden administration about the response to Israel's war with Hamas terrorists in Gaza.
About 400 government officials representing 40 departments and agencies across the administration, including the State Department and National Security Council, signed a letter calling on President Biden to demand a ceasefire and de-escalation in Gaza to secure the release of hostages. Secretary of State Antony Blinken acknowledged a profound personal toll the conflict is causing in an email to State Department employees, saying managers and teams have candid discussions at posts around the world and are listening. It was a response to at least 3 dissent cables filed that raised concerns about the administration's response to the war. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
All members of the House are invited to a Foreign Affairs Committee screening today of video showing Hamas terrorist atrocities in Israel during the attacks October 7th. There's a pro-Israel rally on the National Mall in D.C. today. Organizers say they expect tens of thousands of people to attend. America's listening to Fox News.
More than 38,000 U.S. veterans are experiencing homelessness across our nation. Through its Homeless Veteran Program, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is providing housing assistance and services to U.S. veterans in need. Over 500 veterans helped last year, more than 2,000 to receive help this year. If you or someone you know is a veteran who is homeless or at risk of homelessness, complete the inquiry form at t2t.org or donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at t2t.org.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. That's why you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, because every home deserves to be protected. Right now, get 50% off the whole home security system named the best of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to save big today. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
I'm Josh Whittison reporting. Indiana County District Attorney Robert Manzi announced Monday that 48-year-old David Crawford of Homer City pleaded guilty to charges connected with the sexual assault of a child over a 2-year span. His sentencing will be held March 4th of next year. On Monday night, the Indiana School Board approved the creation of the Teen Mental Health First Aid Industry Recognized Credential. This will be available for students in the district in a program run in cooperation with the Erin Intermediate Unit. 2 people are in Westmoreland County Prison on charges related to an incident in St. Clair Township where shots were fired on Sunday. Another negotiating session is scheduled for December after the state system of higher education and the union representing its faculty failed to reach a new agreement in the most recent session. And decorations and lights are going up in Indiana in anticipation of the It's a Wonderful Life Festival kickoff on Friday. And the town's been recognized as one of the best places in the state to celebrate the holidays. In sports, Penguins take on the Blue Jackets tonight. You can hear it starting at 6 on U92. AccuWeather forecast, sunny today, a high of 52, clear tonight, a low of 28, partly sunny Wednesday, a high of 64. Coming up next is the Brian Kilmeade Show, portions of which are pre-recorded. From the WCCS Newsroom, I'm Josh Whittison.
Good golly, what in darnation are you doing with my party balloons?
Trying to get this darn inflation under control. You know, everything is so pricey nowadays, and it's 'cause of all the inflating going on. I'm fixing to take care of your truck tires next.
Oh man, that's the wrong type of inflation, you knucklehead.
Hi, this is Brad Peterson, Managing Director of InFirst Financial Advisors and Osaic Institutions Investment Executive. Inflation has hit everyone hard, but it doesn't have to keep you down. At InFirst Financial, our team is committed to helping with your financial success. We help by using a process that focuses on what matters most to you and then deliver an exceptional experience that guides you to a better financial tomorrow. Start your relationship with InFirst Financial Advisors, 866-349-3006, online at infirstfinancial.com.
Securities are offered through Osaic Institutions, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. InFirst Financial Advisors is a subsidiary of InFirst Bank. Osaic Institutions are not affiliated with either entity. Investment products are not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
Hello, this is John Lefdahl speaking on behalf of Lefdahl Pet Cremation. Being the owner of two beautiful dogs, I understand the love that a pet brings. We understand your pets are part of your family. That is why we treat each pet cremation with dignity and care that your pet deserves. When the time comes you are in need of pet cremation, contact us at 724-463-4499. That was 724-463-4499. Lefdahl Pet Cremation, because like you, we love our
News
pets.
Talk 1160 and 101.1 FM. See news happening? Call 349-NEWS.
From high atop Fox News headquarters in New York City, always seeking solutions, never sowing division. It's Brian Kilmeade.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the latest moments of the Brian Kilmeade Show. 1-866-408-7669. So glad you're here. So much going on. 100,000 people at least descending on Washington, D.C. in support of Israel. That's pretty cool. Where it's most of the State Department and some in the Pentagon. Pro-Iran in the Pentagon. You believe that? And the State Department and among White House officials, mostly under 35, and staffers on the Hill against Israel. Do you believe this? Senator Ted Cruz in 15 minutes, Mike Pence and Charlotte Pence at the bottom of the hour. So, and of course you. I'll get your calls and your insight. And I hope to see everybody tonight in Connecticut, our RJ Julia bookshop, talking about Teddy and Booker T, the new book that's out that the whole world is talking about, according to my reports. Let's get to the big three.
Now, with the stories you need to know, it's Brian's Big Three.
Number 3.
There was a question of humanitarian. I think they were very clear we can't have a ceasefire. But I don't think anyone argues for a general ceasefire. That's not going to happen. By the way, the only time we'll have a ceasefire is for the return of our hostages.
Yes, and by the way, there is a mini pause going on right now, humanitarian purposes, and they are bringing over more incubators into that hospital. Israel at war. The latest from Gaza, while the Pentagon and State Department discover traitors in their midst and adversaries on their team. This is pro-Israeli Americans gather in D.C., the biggest demonstration ever.
Number 2.
The president called you a word that because we are live in London, I am not allowed to say on television, but it starts with a P and ends with K. Your response?
Listen, I understand he was irritated because I raised concerns that many, many Democrats had. And again, you know, my feeling is either get out or get going.
2024. Joe can't do it, and Dems know it. I am talking re-election, but he's too bullheaded or empty-headed to realize it. The elaborate plan to aid him unmasked as Nikki Haley unveils a plan to KO Ron DeSantis and take on Trump.
Number 1.
Anytime you put on an event, by definition, you know, you have people over your house. You're going to clean up the house.
It's actually pretty frustrating to see that apparently the city that I grew up in was so easily cleanable for the 21 world leaders, but not for taxpayers.
100% correct. And I feel the pain of San Francisco. Showdown or frivolous meet and greet. That's the choice the president will have to finally make when he meets with the Chinese president after begging for this meeting in San Francisco at the summit for months. By the way, the degraded city underwent a massive cleanup, but already looks like a fail. And here's why. There's a Czech Republic production crew, reporters. They work for a TV station there. They were robbed at gunpoint, lost $18,000 worth of equipment, and they got to go and do these stories. They're now shooting it on iPhones. They went quickly to a Best Buy. That's the problem. A friend of mine was in San Francisco a year and a half ago, parked to go into a Starbucks, came out, all the windows are smashed, and their luggage is gone. So they took it. They ended up on somebody's lawn. Thankfully, somebody called them. And then when they brought the car back, they saw all these other cars smash the same thing. The guy's like, yeah, it happens nonstop. There are no cops around. There's no enforcement on it. And that's who's hosting this. So to see what they did, Gavin Newsom is a smart politician. He'd say, we got to do this every day. We got to do what Rudy Giuliani did in New York and just clean up these streets right away, the way we did it today. I don't know what they did with the homeless. They went somewhere. Maybe they went to a facility. Maybe they got some mental health treatment. I think Dr. Drew told us a couple of years ago, he did some studies and talked to people who are homeless, and it's not because they can't pay their bills. For the most part, it's all mental illness and drug addiction. So that's what's going to be happening at the summit. Evidently, the Chinese are going to say we're going to crack down on the precursors for fentanyl, but they never do. What kind of enforcement will there be? What kind of leverage might we have? In exchange for what? Obviously, the easiest thing for China in an oppressive society like that is to stop anything, because they make up their own rules. All you have to do, punishable by death. If I find you with the precursors to fentanyl. End of story. We could never do that here. I'm glad about that, but they could end that in a second. So they are vulnerable economically. I'm talking about China. They do have a declining population because of their one-child policy for decades. They are in a situation where deflation has taken over. The real estate market has collapsed. There's a youth unemployment through the roof, but they feel as though we are no longer a legitimate threat. They think we are a declining power. There are indications that we're declining, but we're not a declining power. The choices this president has made have been absolutely epically awful. From Afghanistan to not fully financing our Defense Department to letting our Navy rot and not being bothered that recruiting is off everywhere except the Marines. But if you see President Biden try to do a wreath ceremony, if you watch him fall up the stairs, if you see him call the vice president the president yesterday at the White House, how worried are you as an American that he is just going to get steamrolled by President Xi? For Bob Lighthizer, he doesn't get into politics, but he knows China as well as anyone in the country. And you know who also believes that? Most Democrats. One of the superstars of the Trump administration, who, by the way, loves him and would go back. Here's what he said yesterday, cut 6.
China is more aggressive than they have been in decades, and they're a real threat to this country. And unfortunately, this administration and this president do not understand that. Their policy is not in the national interest from a national security point of view, certainly not from an economics point of view.
Yeah. And the whole thing with China, too, while they go down the street, there's supposed to be a number of protests. They're going to be talking. By the way, we never even brought up the spy balloon. So when they were trying to set up a meeting between President Xi and the president, out comes this spy balloon across the country. It's a spy balloon. They never apologized for it. In fact, they said they want it back. We didn't shoot it down over Montana, didn't shoot it down over the Dakotas. We shoot it down over the water, and we never hear anything else from it. No apologies, but things got worse from there. They buzz U.S. assets in the South China Sea, accused of influencing Americans through TikTok. China launched a spy balloon flight that's never been explained. We find out there's been others that have never been addressed. If we didn't have one enterprising reporter in Montana, would we have known about it? What I'm sad about is I think the president's priority is climate change. Protests against the president for climate change, against China, for human rights abuses against China, the Israel-Hamas war. They'll probably be against Israel for Hamas, but they have huge fences down the street to protect the world leaders, which is more than a little embarrassing. They don't know what it's like to have legitimate protesters and let this dissenting voices have a voice in this society. But the other story is the cleanup of this city. As I mentioned, Gavin Newsom decides, I used to be mayor here, let's clean it up. Let's not embarrass ourselves, and they do. It didn't stop crime from taking place with this Czech journalist. Quote, they were heading at my cameraman, aiming a gun at my stomach and one at my head. I'm the one of those many people who used to read Jack Kerouac's On the Road, and I was so much looking forward to visiting your city. How embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I went to San Francisco in my life twice. I'm embarrassed that they have a major summit in a declining city like this. So they lost $18,000 worth of equipment. They got to cover the story. They don't have a backup thousands of miles away, so they're shooting it on iPhones. So Gavin Newsom doubles down on tidying up the city, and it's crime-ridden, and the crime obviously is still taking place. But if they can do this for this summit, why don't they do it every day and begin to change the cycle of violence, of crime, of pestilence, of drug abuse? Here's Crystal Bailey from KTVU explaining the cleanup. Cut 3.
City leaders are making sure the city shines. BART doubling down by deep cleaning their stations overnight more often. Scrubbing and power washing is happening all over the city. It's noticeable how clear the streets look and how few homeless encampments there are on major thoroughfares. Public Works is installing decorative crosswalks in North Beach and Chinatown, and the Webster Street pedestrian bridge in Japantown was recently repainted.
Why? All those things, except for removing the homeless, which needs a plan, could have been done every day. Any good mayor would say we're tripling the amount of power washers we get out there. I remember they gave incentives Rudy Giuliani gave incentive to the garbage men. If you can pick up more, and if you can pick up more and do more routes, I'll give you an extra day off. He used to also give incentive. You get done earlier, go home earlier, so people wake up and they're not just rimmed with garbage on all the streets. Things like that work. Coming up next, Senator Ted Cruz, author of a new book, Justice Corrupted, How the Left Weaponized Our Legal System. So glad you're here. Don't move.
Politics, current events, and news that affects you. Brian's got a lot more to say. Stay with Brian Kilmeade.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join Medi-Share and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to Medi-Share saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. Medi-Share has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. Medi-Share is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 30th. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 844-53-BIBLE. That's 844-53-BIBLE, 844-53-BIBLE.
At SimpliSafe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 50% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's Best Home Security of 2023. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
We planned our investments well for retirement, but I wish we had more cash.
Don't they know they're sitting on a gold mine?
Nope, they don't know that if you want a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, you may be able to sell all or part of it to Coventry for cash, even a term policy.
Don't lapse or surrender your policy before finding out what it's worth. Call Coventry Direct at 800-475-4300 or visit CoventryDirect.com to find out